Hello everyone, this is Diaz Reef. Today I would like to show you guys how I do my water change and update you guys on how my algae scrubber is doing. But first of all, since we are only 2 days before Christmas, I would like to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Hopefully you guys and your families spend Christmas together and have lots of fun. Or if you guys have other plans other than to stay home, if you guys go out, just be safe because there might be some crazy people out there. So now that I wished you guys a Merry Christmas, let's start doing a water change. Alright guys, so how I do my water change is really simple process. There's really not much to it. First I clean the glass with the scraper. Sorry I didn't show you guys how I clean the glass. I forgot to hit the record button. To scrape the glass I use a flipper scraper. I like using this scraper because I can scrape the glass from the outside of the tank, therefore not scaring my fish. Especially my tank that are really easily scared. After I clean the glass, I let all the debris flow down to the sump so that the protein skimmer and filter suck catches all the algae that I scraped off the glass. Now my sandbed. The sandbed I like to leave it alone. I just let my cleanup crew deal with it. Also it's beneficial for them too because that way they can also have a source of food and that helps for your cleanup crew to live longer. For my cleanup crew I have some Nasaria snails which at night they come out and eat and therefore moving the substrate around. I also have some turbo snails. They are also great. They too come at night. You still see them in the daytime but most of the time they come out at night to eat algae off the glass. There's a couple sand sifting stars. The sand sifting star is like the Nasaria snails. It stays under the substrate, but it's constantly moving around throughout the whole day. I also have some emerald crabs. I have these emerald crabs because at some point I was having a bubble algae infestation, and I added the emerald crabs and got rid of all the bubble algae that was in my tank. And my newest member of the cleanup crew, which is my yellow tang. Yellow tangs are great if you have a lot of algae. They're always swimming around eating up algae around the whole tank. I've heard that they are also good at eating bubble algae. I don't know if it's true since I added him after the bubble algae was gone. Now that the glass is clean, it's time to start draining water. To drain the water, I just use a 3/4 flexible hose. I drain 15 gallons, which is about 20% of the water volume from my tank, including my sump. After I drain 15 gallons of water, it's time to put freshly mixed salt water back into the tank. I pre-mix water from the day before. I use Red Sea Coral Pro Salt. It's a great salt for your aquarium and I highly recommend it. So on the day before the water change, I mixed 24 gallons of water. I always mix extra just in case something happens and I need more water. I mix the water for 2 hours. Then the next day I heat up the water to match my tank's temperature and with a smaller pump I circulate the water. To add the water back into the tank, I don't just dump it from the bucket. I use a pump. It's much easier than to be lifting the bucket and you don't blast your corals and your sand bed and make the water cloudy from the sand flowing all over the tank. Now I turn on my return pump and check the return chamber from my sump to see if there's enough water to the auto top off sensor. Then I turn on my power heads. Also, before turning on your return pump, clean your filter socks and check your protein skimmer. Sometimes I would drain all the water from the sump to remove any detritus that has built up down there. If you're gonna drain the water from the sump, I recommend you use a wet dry shop vacuum and you will remove 100% of the water with the vacuum from the sump. I do this every 2 to 3 months. So that's it guys, that's how I perform a water change in my tank every 2 weeks. Now I want to show you guys an update on how my algae scrubber is doing. I would say that it's doing good, but I killed some of the algae. I dosed some chemically to kill some cyano, but it also kills some of my algae. I have no idea why since chemically only kills cyano. But on the first week the whole mesh was filled with algae. That's why I say that the scrubber is doing good. So I cleaned both sides now to see how it grows after the water change, and I have removed the medication from the water. So there you have it, guys. That's it for this video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you like to be notified every time I post a video, hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button. And until next time, this is Diaz Reef Aquarium out.